And what we are asked to rationalize is 2 whole number 2, rather 2 all over 4 plus 3 root 2. Okay, so quickly let's take the solution. Let's take the solution of this. We are just going to apply the conjugate and we are good. Apply the conjugate and we are good. So that will be 2 all
Okay.
over 4 first. Let's write it without the conjugate. Okay, over 2. And then times. Now we need to introduce the conjugate. And that will be 4 plus 3 root 2. Then everything will be all over. And we're going to still have, no, the conjugate here will be minus. We are not going to have plus
Yes,
here.
sir.
Yes, we're not going to have plus there because conjugate, it will change to minus. So it's going to be minus here. Okay. And the next thing will be 4 here. Oh, no. I don't need that for 4. With 4 here. Yes. And then minus 4 here. Minus 3
Root 2.
root 2. Okay. So we're going to start our multiplication. We're going to start our multiplication. And to help us, oftentimes, like the last one we did, we ran into error, but not for David that drew our attention to it. So we need to have, put it in bracket. These 2, we multiply everything here. So you're going to have it in bracket, and that will be this 4, of course, minus 3 root 2. We close the bracket. That will be for the upper part. And then for the denominator in which we are asked to rationalize, it's just going to be everything here times everything here. So, and what we're going to do will be for us to now bring it down like that as well. So 4 plus, we have here 3 root 2. Let's close the bracket for this now. Okay, now everything will be multiplied by also here 4 minus 3 root 2, and the bracket will close. So we are going to start with the upper part to multiply, and with that we are going to say 2 times 4 here, and 2 times 4 will give us what? 2 times 4 will give
8.
us 8. This 2 has a plus sign. That sign, plus sign here, times this minus sign, this will give us negative,
Minus.
minus. Of course, 3 root 2 will come in. No, you're multiplying these 2 with these 3. We finish up with the sign. That made us to have minus. So you're multiplying with these 3. So 2 times 3 will give us
Huh?
what? It will give us 6. 6, and it will be 6 root 2.
No.
We are done. We're done with
I'm
the, you can mute the mic. We're done with
okay.
we are done with the numerator. It's now for us to proceed with the denominator. And what we are going to do there will be for us to multiply 4 times 4. And 4 times 4 will give us 16. 4 times 4 will give us
16.
16, yes. And after that, we consider the sign here. Consider the sign here. What is the sign? Plus, this plus and this minus. So,
Yes, sir.
okay, so let's keep it like this. Let's keep it like this. Let's just write it out. Let's break that part out down. That is 4 times 4. The next one will be plus, no, not plus, will be for the sign. Plus, you're multiplying. Oh, in this case, we are using, we are not going to expand it uh, directly. We are just going to use the first times the first, the second times the second. So we are done with the first. The second is this one that has the square root. 3 square root 2
plus and
minus 3
minus
square root 2. So we deal with the sign first. Dealing with the sign, that will be minus.
the minus
Yes. And then 3, and then 3 times 3. Then 3,
9.
3 times 3 will be 9. So here we can have 3 times 3. Okay. And then yeah, square root 2, square root 2, that will be times 2. Okay, let's go up here and finish it up. Okay, we can finish it up here. Let's just create a space, finish it up here. So where are we? We are here. 8 minus 6. Let's write it down first. Let's write it down first. 8 minus 6 root 2.
So is
Oh,
it not meant to be minus
here.
root minus 2?
This place, 8 minus 6 root 2.
No, like minus 3 times minus 2.
No, not minus. There is no minus here. It is the sign of the square root. It is square root.
Okay.
Yeah, it is the square root. So we write here 8 minus 6 root 2. Let's write it first. All over 4 times 4 is 16. 4 times 4 is
Yes,
16.
sir.
Yes. And then we are going to finish up with this side. 3 times 3 is 9. 9 times 2 is 18. So here becomes
Yes, sir.
minus 18. So you can still solve that part. I've been saying it. No, don't be tempted. Don't be tempted to do like this by saying 6 minus 8 minus 6, and you call it 2, and you now say the answer here is 2 square root of 2. No, that's the
To be
temptation.
minus 2.
Yes, this 6 square root of 2 is what we are having here, is just like having 8 minus 6. 8 minus, it's just like having 8 minus 6x. This square root of
Yes,
2,
sir.
this square root of 2 is just like x here. So far you cannot subtract this. This one also cannot be subtracted. They are the same
Yes, sir.
thing. Yeah, they are the same thing, please. And everyone in class watching in the future, and with David in class, let's take this. It's very, very important. So you are going to leave it like that. Leaving it like that, you're just going to rewrite that part without altering anything. Just rewrite that part. 6 square root of 2, and then all over. This is the part that you can work on. 6 16 minus 18. 16 minus 18, of course, that's going to
Minus
give
2.
us minus 2. Minus 2.
Yes.
Yes, and you can work with this part here, this 8, by
Yes,
saying
sir.
minus 2 cancel itself 1, comes into this 2 cancel itself 1,
8
comes into this 4, into this 8 4
minus
times.
4.
Yes, so it's going to be minus 4. This minus that is down will affect it. So that answer is going to become minus 4. Now, the parts now. Minus 4 minus 6 square root of 2. That will be the answer. It's not bright enough. Minus
Yes,
4
sir.
minus 4 minus 6 square root of 2. So that's the answer. David, you can write it down.
Yes, I've written it.
Okay, beautiful. Beautiful. We are going to take another. We're going to take another question. I did not put the year of this question. Okay. I mean, Okay. So let's get. We're going to do something that has to do with simplification of sorts. Let's take some question that has to do with simplification of sorts. Like that. Simplification of simplification of sorts. We're going to take some past questions that has to do with this. Okay, so I have a WAEC past question. Let's start with WAEC past question. And question number 1 is WAEC. And it was question the year 2012. It was question number 2, and the exam is WAEC. So let us have the question. It says, simplify, and we are having three square root of 5. Okay, my 5 is not okay. 3 square root of 5 times, okay, times 4 square root of 6 times 4 square root of 6. Just be right back. All right, let's still take the question. 3 square root of this, okay, times 4 square root of 6 all over 2 square root of 2 now times 3 square root of 3. Okay, everyone, let's work on this. Let's try to solve this. Only 3 minutes. Try something. Live class and future. If you're watching in the future, please, let's try to work on that. Only 90 seconds.
I should do it.
Yes, try something. Just you have 90 seconds for that. Those of us watching, please, let's try it as well. Twenty more seconds. Okay.
So my answer is 2 root 30 over root 6.
Okay. Somebody has answered in the live studio. 2 root 30 over what?
Root 6. 2 root 30 over root 6.
If it is root 6, if it is root 6, you need to rationalize. It will not be fine for us to keep our answer in short form.
Okay.
Yeah, it won't be fine to keep answer in short form. If that's the answer, you need to rationalize.
But sir, can we divide
Okay,
the
let me give options. Let me give options so that when you are solving, option A, option A was the option A in that exam year was square root of 2. Option B was square root of 5. Option C was 2 root square root of 2. Option D was 2 the square root of 5. That was the option.
Okay, sir. Okay,
Uh-huh.
that means we are going to divide it.
Yeah, you are going to rationalize. Rationalize. And when you rationalize, meaning square root 6 can multiply root 30 inside this. They can
Yes,
multiply.
sir.
Uh-huh. So we should have a new answer now. The time is up. Time is up. I want you to, all of you, I want to develop speed for exams. Even you don't have all days for exams. You need to develop speed. Okay. What we are going to do is for us to apply multiplication rule. We are going to apply multiplication rule. Multiplication rule told us that if you remember, if a sword, we have a sword like 5 times another sword like 6, multiplication rule told us that we can put all of them together and multiply. Remember this rule?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it's the same thing. So can put them together to multiply. But now, okay, so I want to take away this so you can have space to solve this out. So first thing, you're going to apply the multiplication rule. Is there need for me to write it out? Let me write it out. Solution, apply the multiplication, apply the multiplication rule. And applying the multiplication rule simply means I'm going to use for these numbers. Simply means 3 that was outside and 4 we multiply themselves first. This one's outside multiply themselves. That is 3. No. That is 3 times this 4. We are picking this and this first. All right. So that is 3 times 4 will multiply. And the next one will be those ones that were in the square root. So that were in the square root. And that is,
Square root of 5 times 6.
yeah, 5 times 6, square root 5 times 6. Okay.
Yes, sir.
When we are done with that, we're going to do the same thing. The down part is just going to be, look at the down part very well. You see, we should not be tempted to do as we could do before, because square root of 2 times square root of 3 is not square root of 2 square root of 2. But let's solve it. Solve that part. Now all over for the denominator, that will give us same rule is going to apply. Same rule. It's going to be same rule. Outside times outside. So, okay, I need to use this. Okay, that will be 2 times 3. What we are doing here is we are picking these 2 to multiply with these 3. We are done with that. The next thing will be for us to pick square root of 2 to multiply square root of 3. Okay, so now we now put them in the square root sign, and that will become 2 times square root
3.
of 3. Great. Now 3 times 4. We need to start solving it out now. 3 times 4
12.
is 12. Great. It's 12. Now, 5 times 6 is what?
30.
30. So we put it as square root of 30. Now, all over 2 times 3 is what?
6.
Times 3 is 6. Square root of, now we now have 2 times 3
Square root
is
of 6.
6. Okay, so now we need to rationalize. We need to rationalize. You need to
Yes, sir.
rationalize. But before, no need to even rationalize yet.
That we
See,
can,
divide. You need to divide. Let's
yes,
divide
sir.
it. Let's divide it. Okay, let me.
6 and 12
Yes. Even 30, square root of 30, and square root of 6.
and square root of 6. Yes,
Yes,
sir.
you're going to divide. Now, let's take away this. Let's take away this to have space so that we can play with that answer. Okay. And that will, what we are saying there is we are going to divide. And if you are dividing, let's just okay. Can we do something here? It's 12. Let's divide this out. Let's divide this out. Okay, let's do like this. 12 divided by 6. Or
2.
everything. Yes. Everything here, 30 all over 6. So
Yes.
6 divided by 6, 6 divided by 12 will be 2.
2.
Yes. And then 30, 6 cancel itself, 1 comes into 30 is 5 times inside.
5.
So root root 5. Root 5. Let's check.
2 root 5 is the
Let's
answer.
Okay, so option D was the correct answer to that question. That was the correct
Yes,
answer.
sir.
That was the correct answer to that question. All right. You can proceed, right?
Yes, sir.
Can I? Okay, you've copied everything.
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So I'll just take this one that we just wrote down. Just take that part off, and then take an interesting question. Interesting question that we need to be very, very careful in solving. And the exams that brought this question for us, it was Nico. Nico gave us this question. It's an interesting question, though. 2008 question. It was question number 26. And it was not even a theory question. It was an objective question. Nico. A Nico question. And the question says, simplify. Question says, simplify. There is a square bracket that has opened up, and we have numbers inside, and that is square root of 2 over square root of 2 everything. This one minus square root of 3, and then this is plus square root of 3, and then this square bracket closes. And the beautiful thing is that everything here is raised to the power of 2. So we are asked to simplify square root of 2 minus square root of 3 all over square root of 2 plus square root of 3. Everything raised to the power of 2. And there are options that we have been given. Option A, we are told that the answer is minus 19 minus 20 root 6. Option B, we are told that the answer is minus 19 plus 20 root 6. Option C, we are told that the answer is 19 minus 20 plus 20 root 6. Option D, we are told that the answer is 19 plus 20 square root of 6. And option E, Nico has option up to E. Up to E. We are told that it is 49 minus 20 square root of 6. Okay, so this is what we are going to be solving, and that will lead me to clear up this part of the screen, because we need to have space to play around with this. Okay. All right. So start to solve this, and that will mean also you're gonna have solution. This is an interesting question. So we can just split it first. We can just split the numerator. We can just split the powers, make the power to be independent with, since they are showing the same power, we can now split it. They still have the same power, but we split it. They should not, let's split, numerator have its power 2, denominator should have its own power 2. And for us to split that, what we are going to do will be the square root of 2 minus square root of 3. Now, that's the numerator. They will all be raised to power 2. David, are you still in class? That'll be
Yes, sir.
okay, that'll be raised to power 2. We splitted that one. Now we need to split. For the denominator. Okay, splitting for the denominator, it will just be square root of 2 plus square root of 3, and then in bracket, of course, everything will be raised to the power of 2. Immediately we've done this. Now we can now open up those brackets, and then we can start our multiplication. With this, I mean, we can say that this what we've done here is the same thing as writing this thing like this. Still bracket opening. You can see write it like this. Square root of 2 minus square root of 3 minus square root of 3. Yes, there are two brackets side by side. So we open another bracket, since times the same thing. Square root of 2 minus square root of 3 minus square root of 3. We close it and then raise to the power of 2. Let's start from the beginning. This was the question we were given. The first thing that we did was for us to split this power. Numerator should have that power, denominator have that power. So we're able to split it. Now we want to rewrite this, and this is what we've just gotten. This other power does not need to come in here. This other one does not need to come in there.
Yes, sir.
Yes, it doesn't. So we've just been able to rewrite the numerator. So it's time for us to rewrite the denominator. We need to rewrite the denominator, and to rewrite, okay, I don't like that. And to rewrite that denominator, let's just say all over. No, just not giving me what I'm looking for. Let's manage this. Perfect. Now we need to rewrite this one as well. So open the bracket for this, and that becomes square root of 2. No. Square root of 2. Yes. plus square root of 3 into brackets. You need to open another bracket for it now.
Yes, sir.
Yes, run another bracket for it now. Square root of 2 plus square root of 3. Then we're gonna close our bracket. All right. Immediately we've been able to do that. We can now open up the bracket. And to open up the bracket, we are gonna start with our multiplication. So
Yes, sir.
yes, to open up the bracket, there's a method we can even use, and it will make things easier for us. We can still break it down bit by bit. This, okay, let me do this. We are working with this one now. Yes, we are working with that one. Let me call it A. Let me call this for A. Let's start with that A. Will they confuse us? Let's not edit it. Let me just give a mark. Okay, so we're starting with that one. And remember, when in expansion, this one here will multiply this, right? Will also multiply this. Is it not true? It is. It is.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, that's how the multiplication goes. But to help us so that we don't run into error, we bring it out first. That's square root of 2. Since we know that it's going to multiply everything here, let's create this bracket for it so that we know this is what is multiplying. What this is multiplying. So square root of 2, this bracket is what I'm writing, minus square root of 3. Okay. So we know that. And we need to pick this one now. And that will be minus square root of 3 is going to multiply everything here. Multiply everything here. So we open it up and we write what is inside the bracket. That is square root. That is square root of 2 minus square root of 3. Close the bracket. This you need to follow. Don't allow it to confuse you. This is what we've done. We
Yes,
splitted
sir.
it. Yeah, we splitted this. When we splitted it, it was rest of part 2. We wanted to take away this part 2. So we expanded 2 brackets side by side. We did the same thing to the denominator. We are now working on expanding this bracket. And we know very well that the first number here will multiply everything here, and the second will multiply everything also. So we needed to allot them by rearranging. Square root of 2 times everything in this bracket. We're done with that. And square root of minus square root of 3 will multiply everything in this other bracket. We're just done with that. Now this will be all. No, I don't need that color of pen. That will be all over. Now the same thing that we did there, it will not be bad if we do the same thing to the denominator. It will not be bad if we do the same thing to the denominator. So let's
Yes, sir.
still arrange it like that. Pick this first one, and that is square root of 2, and then knowing that it's going to go in. Okay. Knowing that it's going to go in, square root of 2 is going to go in to multiply everything here, and that is square root of 2, yes, plus square root of 3. Okay, all right, we're done with that. Next thing we are going to do will be for us to pick plus square root of 3. So we now have plus square root of 3. Okay, and then square root of 3 is going to multiply everything as well. It's going to multiply everything here plus everything plus this as well. Okay, immediately we've been able to simplify it, to break it down into this. Then we can enjoy a very sweet ride with our multiplication expansion. A very very sweet ride we can enjoy. And opening the bracket up is what we are starting now. So we are going to pick this one. You're going to pick this one. What am I using now? You're going to pick this one. This times this. So we are going to pick. So that will be square root. No, I don't need this. I don't need this. Okay, something jumped out of here. Okay, so we start. David, are you still here in class?
Yes, sir.
I hope you are following.
Yes, sir.
Okay, and also our online students, those of us watching the future, please follow. If you have any difficulties, you need to use a channel and ask some questions. Okay, so square root of 2 times 2. We start with that first. Pick this. Oh, I don't
Is
want that.
2.
Yes. So let's just write it out so that square root of 2, okay, times square root of 2. We are done with that. We are now going to pick square root of 2 times
Square
minus
root of 3.
3. Yes. So yeah, we know very well the sign here will be minus because plus is here at the back and minus. So here will be plus. So
Yes.
we can now say plus square root of 2 plus square root of 2 times square root of 3 plus square root of 3. Are we not done with this bracket? We are done with this bracket, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes, we are done with this bracket. I want my times to be this color.
That is not going to be minus 3. Minus square root of.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Okay, I didn't write it down. It is minus. Thank you.
Yes, sir.
It's going to be minus, yes. It's going to be minus. We even said it here. This plus here times minus. So here will be minus. Let's
Yes.
put it, here will be minus. Okay, so we are done with this bracket. It will now be good for us to go to the next bracket where we need to have all of, oh no, that's not good for me. Okay, so we go to the next one and we're starting the next one with minus square root of 3. So yeah, minus square root of 3 starting here. And it's going to multiply square root of 2. Multiply
Yes, sir.
times square root of 2 times square root of 2. We're done. Now minus times minus is going to be plus.
Plus.
Yeah, it's going to be plus. And minus square root of 3 times square root of 3. Yeah, so let's just
3.
yeah, it's 3. Let's just write it down as 3 at once. So we don't 3 at once. Good. Now we're going to pick this one. Minus square root of 2 times square root of 2. Let's just write it 2 at once. Even here, let's just
2.
write here 2 at once. Square root of 2 times square root
Yes.
of 2 is 2. Let's just put it as 2 at once. So it makes the job easier for us than for us to repeat steps. So there is 2. So yeah, square root of 2 times square root of 2 also is 2. Square root of 3 times square root of 3, we can't have it, so we're going to write it out. Now it's going
Yes,
to be a plus sign, plus square root of 2, then times square root of 3. Square root of 3. We are done with that part. We're done with that part. The next part we are going for will be this. So square root of 3 times square root of 2. It goes with a plus sign. So we have a plus square root of 3 times square root of 2. This is what we are working on. Plus square root of 3 times square root of 2. Now you now pick
sir.
plus square root of 3 times square root of 3. Here will be plus 3. Will be
Yes, sir.
plus 3. Here will not be plus 3. Okay, it's plus 3.
It's plus
Minus
3.
times minus is plus 3 also. Okay. And then we are making progress. You are making progress. There will be need for us to solve it again. This top, let's start with the top two. Now, square root of 2 times square root of
Plus
2
3.
is just like saying minus square root of 6, right?
Yes, sir.
Remember that law. Okay. Now minus square root of 3 times square root of 3 is the same thing as saying I want to use, let me use something to make it distinct what we're doing. Then I will repeat it. Now, square root of 2 times square root of 2 times square root of 3 will be square root of 6. So here will be minus square root of 6. Now, get to this one. Get to this one. Minus square root of 3 times plus square root of 2. That will be still minus
Minus
square root
square
of
root of
6.
6.
Yes, minus square root of 6. Good. Then plus 3. Then plus 3. Okay. I don't want to use that plus. Let me use this so it makes our work distinct. Plus 3. All right. Beautiful. Then everything is going to be all over. All over is too much far above there. No, too much, too much. Okay, you maintain it that way. All over. So here, 2 will come down. Now, plus square root of 2 times square root of 3 will give us,
Plus square root of 6.
thank you, give us plus square root of 6. Plus square root of 6. All right, we have done with that one. Now, this other one, square root of 3 times square root of 3 will give us
Plus
what?
square root of 6.
Yeah, no, square root of 3 times square root of 3.
Okay.
Okay, we are
That is
done with.
not going to
No, we
be.
are done with this one.
Yes, sir.
Okay, yeah, we're done with this one. It's gonna be the same thing. Yeah, plus
Yes,
square root
sir.
of 6. Yes, yes, yes. Plus square root of 6. Plus square root of
Yes, sir.
6. Yes. Now we can now say plus the 3.
Yes, sir.
Plus, yeah, plus the 3. Okay, so we are making progress, and we should be having our answer right now. Now, there's something I want you to look at. I want you to consider this square root of 6 as x as x. So
Sir.
minus x would give you what?
Minus 2x.
Minus
Minus
2x.
2x.
Yes, minus 2x. Okay. Now,
Sir.
minus 2x would have given you what? Will give you what?
Minus 4x.
Keep that one. Just keep it because we are going to use it right now to have what we are
Okay.
looking for. Okay, I want to take these guys out. Take these guys out. I'll take this other guy out. Okay, I think I'm good. Now we're gonna start to solve it out. So when you understand why we are taking time is because we are teaching. I'm teaching you. I want you to understand. But immediately you understand in exams, you just keep solving. Just keep solving. Why we are taking time is because we are teaching. So, and we are explaining slowly as well. But in exams, it should not take you more than 1 minute or 90 seconds to have this answer. Okay, because why I'm saying 1 minute or 90 seconds, if the question happens to be an objective question, meaning should not be more than 2 minutes to solve. Yes, should not be more than 2 minutes to solve. Okay, let's proceed. Down two. Down two. As our class ended, is David still there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, all right, beautiful. I was thinking the class has ended. They are still there, so we continue. Okay, where's my mouse? Okay, now let's come to what I was talking about. Minus square root of 6 minus square root of 6 is what?
minus 2 square root of 6.
Okay. Okay. Look at it again and be sure of your answer.
Sir?
I say look at it again and be sure of your answer. Your answer is correct. It's correct. It becomes minus 2. Okay, I don't use that. Becomes minus 2 square root of 6. Then we can bring in our plus 3, right?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we can bring in our plus 3. We don't, oh no. We're done. We're almost done. We're done with that. Now, everything all over. We bring down our 2 here. And then we proceed with this one. Now look at this one now. Plus square root of 6 plus square root of 6. Mm-hmm.
Plus 2 square root of 6.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Plus 2 square root of 6. Then we bring in our plus 3. Bring in our plus 3. Okay. We are making progress. And we can collect like terms. We can collect like terms there. Yes. I can just put it, you need to put it, collect like terms. We need to collect like terms from the numerator. It remains this other number that this is a whole number. This plus 3 is the same with 2. So it will move down and it becomes with the sign plus 3. Interesting. And
Yes, sir.
minus 2 root 6 will remain. We said it, minus 2 root 6 will remain. Okay.
Yes, sir.
Now, same thing here. We call it like terms. 2 will remain. 2 will remain. Plus 3 will move over and it becomes still plus 3. Here becomes plus 3. Okay. Here becomes plus 3. Great. And plus 2 root 6 will remain. Plus 2 root 6.
Yes,
Now,
sir.
yeah, we finish our solving right now. And see, if we add up that side, what we are going to have,
5, 5
yeah,
minus 2 root 6.
beautiful, beautiful. That will be 5 minus 2 root 6. 5 minus 2 root 6 all over, same thing, 5, but this time plus,
Plus 2 root 6.
plus 2 root 6. Root of 6. Okay. You're making progress. All right. And see now it has taken us back. It has taken us back to where we need to rationalize, where we need to solve for conjugates. Because if we keep this answer here, we are wrong. We cannot keep the
Yes,
answer
sir.
here because we need to take away the surd in the denominator. And to take away surd in the denominator, the only way out we can take away surd in the denominator will be for us to rationalize.
Rationalize.
And to rationalize this particular one that we've just arrived at, it will be conjugate. So for instruction excuse me, for instruction purpose, I'm just going to say rationalize. Okay.
But, sir, can we cancel the 5?
Don't you can't. You can't. If you cancel the 5, you are going to run into error. You can't cancel the 5.
Okay.
We are using that 5. We are using that 5. We can't cancel it. If you cancel it now, meaning if you cancel it now, okay, then 2 square root of 6 should also cancel 2 square root of 6. We can't cancel. The only way, what we need to do, we just ignore that this is not even 5. Our concern is to take away the square root sign. And if we
Yes,
cancel
sir.
it, yes. So if we cancel it, we cannot have the conjugate anymore. Let's delete this. Delete this. Okay. Let's write it out. And that was, oh no. And that was 5. It's not fresh for me. That was 5, yes, minus 2 root 6.
2 root 6
All over
all over 5
5 plus 5
2
plus
root 6.
2 root 6. Okay,
Yes, sir.
that's that's what we've gotten. So to rationalize this, it will be the conjugate.
Yes,
So
sir.
then we bring in multiplication, and that will be 5 minus, this time around it will change to minus. No, let's keep this.
Yes, sir.
Let's keep this conjugate very well. I would love us to keep it. Okay, until something like multiply with conjugate, and it will be 5. This time around it will be conjugate. This plus will change to minus. It becomes no. Okay, it becomes minus. Becomes minus, and then 2 root 6 all over 5 minus 2 root 6. Okay, so we are rationalizing, and that will lead us to open up the bracket. Okay, so quickly, you're going to say 5 times 5, that will be 25.
Right.
5 times minus 2, that will be minus 10. No. Okay. But before
Yes, sir.
now, before now, I believe that we know what we are doing here. So I'm not bringing the bracket anymore. What I'm saying is 5 times this 5 is 25. Okay, maybe
Yes, sir.
some persons that just want this. There are brackets here. So this 5 will
Yes,
multiply
sir.
this 5 is 25. This 5 will now multiply this other side, and that is okay. And that is minus. Oh, my pen is freezing. I'm going to take away this sign so I can have. So 5 times 5 is 25. Now 5 times minus 2 root 6 is going to be minus here, and it's going to be minus 10. No,
Root 6.
yeah, minus 10 root 6. Minus 10 root 6. Okay, we're done with that. So we pick this other one, minus root 6 times 5. That will be minus, same thing,
Yes, sir.
minus 10, same thing, minus 10 root 6. And
Root
then minus
6.
2, yes, minus 2 times minus, here will be plus, and
Yes, sir.
then these 2 times these 2 will be 4, will be 4, will be 4. 2 times 2 will be 4. Then square root of 6 times square root of 6 will be 6. So here will become 4 times 6. It becomes 4 times 6.
Yes,
We are
sir.
done with the numerator, so we now proceed to the denominator. I think after this year we are going to end the class here, but I'm going to give you some further. I'm going to give you some assignments.
Okay, sir.
Yes, yes. So let's proceed. Now, five. This five will also multiply, just like what we had
Five
there.
times 5, 25.
Yes, just like this bracket here. So 5 is going to multiply. 5 times 5 is
25
25. Now, 5 times minus 2 root 6 is going to be minus
minus 10 root 6.
10 root 6. We're done with that. Minus 2 times
Yes, sir.
5 plus 2 times 5 is going to be plus
Plus
10
10
root
root
6
6.
root 6 and minus root 6 minus this minus 2 times minus plus 2 times this minus 2 will be minus
Minus 4
4
times 6.
minus 4 times 6. Beautiful. Minus
Yes,
4
sir.
times 6. So almost like what we had initially when we started. Here is now 25 and minus 10 minus 10 root 6 minus 10 root 6 is what?
0.
Oh, oh, ah,
Okay.
ah.
Okay.
Take that root 6 as x so that you don't get confused. Take the root 6 there as if it is x. David, are you there?
That's going to be 20 root 6.
Uh-huh. 20 root 6. But what is the sign?
It's going to be plus.
Minus 10 minus 10.
Okay. So I'm sorry, it's going to be minus.
And minus what?
Minus 20 root 6.
Yes.
Minus 20 root 6.
Yes. Minus 20 root 6.
Plus
Okay.
24.
Yes. Plus 24. Thank you. Plus 24. Okay. Need to have all over my pen to come up. Okay. All over. Now we have
25
we have
minus
25.
0.
Yes, thank you. 25 is gonna be minus 0. So we just ignore this one, it goes off, it cancel. So we are left with 4 times 6 is what? 24.
Minus 24.
So here is gonna become minus 24. Okay, minus 24. All right. So we can collect like terms. So we can collect like terms for 25. This one here plus 24 will come over here and it will become plus 24. Then minus this 20 root 6 minus this 20 root 6. Okay. And then 25 minus 24 is
49.
no 25 minus 24
Okay, that is 1.
is 1. So we can now add this up. 25 plus 24 is 49. 49 minus 20
20 root.
20 root 6. That's the answer. Which option was correct?
Yes,
Option E. Option E was correct. That was the correct option, but we deleted it. Okay, because of space. Okay, so we're going to end the class here. It was a long one. And then let's take some assignments on swords. Next class, which we are done with this sword, we're going to proceed. Okay. Assignments. So assignments. Still some questions on sword. Okay. Okay. We are asked to simplify. This was 2006. 2006 question in NECO. It was question number 3B, theory question. Theory question. And the question was simplify simplify 1 all over square root of 2, another square root of 2 plus